The red door stood at the end of the hallway, its paint chipped and faded. For years, rumors swirled about what lay behind it. Some said it was just an old storage closet, while others whispered of dark secrets and forgotten treasures. No one knew for sure, because the door had been locked for as long as anyone could remember. One summer evening, a young woman named Sarah was working late at the old office building. As she walked down the dim corridor, her footsteps echoing in the silence, she noticed something odd about the red door. It was slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness visible through the crack. Sarah's heart raced as she approached. Should she look inside, or leave it be? Curiosity got the better of her. With trembling fingers, Sarah pushed the door open wider. The hinges creaked ominously as she peered into the gloom. At first, she saw nothing but dusty shelves and cobwebs. But as her eyes adjusted, Sarah gasped. There, in the far corner, was a small wooden chest. She stepped inside, drawn to the mysterious box. When she lifted the lid, Sarah found a stack of yellowed papers inside. They were letters dating back decades. As she began to read, a chill ran down her spine. The letters told a tale of forbidden love, betrayal, and a crime long buried in the past. According to the letters, in 1952, a young secretary named Mary fell in love with her married boss, James. They carried on a passionate affair in secret, meeting in hidden corners of the office after hours. But when Mary became pregnant, James panicked. He couldn't risk his reputation or his marriage. One night, in a heated argument, he pushed Mary down the stairs. She died instantly. Horrified by what he'd done, James hid Mary's body in the chest and locked it away behind the red door. Out. For years, he lived with the guilt of his actions, penning confessional letters he never sent. Until one day, overcome with remorse, he took his own life. Sarah's hand shook as she finished reading. She'd uncovered a decades-old murder, hidden right under everyone's noses. What should she do with this information? As she pondered her next move, Sarah heard a noise behind her. She whirled around to see an elderly man standing in the doorway, his eyes wide with shock. Been waiting years for someone to find this, he said softly. I'm Thomas, Mary's brother. I always suspected something had happened to her, but I could never prove it. Now I know the truth. Together, Sarah and Thomas went to the police with their discovery. The case was reopened, bringing closure to Mary's family at last. The red door's secret was finally revealed, a reminder that the past has a way of coming to light, no matter how deeply it's buried. But that wasn't the only mystery lurking in the old building. As word spread about Sarah's discovery, others came forward with their own strange experiences. Jenny, the night janitor, spoke of eerie whispers she'd hear while cleaning the third floor. It's always the same, she said, her voice hushed. A woman's voice, begging for help. But when I look, there's never anyone there. Mark, a longtime employee, recalled the day he saw a ghostly figure in the stairwell. She was wearing an old-fashioned dress, like something from the 1950s, he explained. When I blinked, she vanished. I thought I was going crazy, but now I wonder if it was Mary's spirit. These stories piqued the interest of a local paranormal investigation team. They set up cameras and equipment throughout the building, hoping to capture evidence of supernatural activity. For several nights they waited and watched. At first, nothing unusual happened. But on the third night, just after midnight, something changed. The temperature in the hallway near the red door dropped suddenly, plummeting 20 degrees in a matter of seconds. The investigators' equipment went haywire, batteries draining inexplicably. And then, caught on camera, a misty figure appeared. It drifted down the hall, pausing briefly at the red door before fading away. When the footage was analyzed, experts were baffled. They couldn't explain what they'd seen, but many believed it was proof of Mary's restless spirit. The building gained a reputation for being haunted, drawing curious visitors from far and wide. But the red door's secrets weren't limited to ghostly encounters. As renovations began on the old office space, workers made another startling discovery. Hidden within the walls near the red door, they found a small cache of valuable paintings. Art experts identified them as lost works by a renowned artist, stolen from a museum in the 1960s. How the paintings ended up concealed in the building remained a mystery. Some speculated that James had been involved in the theft, using his position to hide the artwork. Others wondered if Mary had known about the paintings, and if that knowledge had played a role in her death. As the story of the Red Door and its secrets spread, it captured the public's imagination. Books were written, documentaries filmed, all trying to piece together the full truth of what had happened within those walls. But like many old mysteries, some questions remained unanswered. Years passed, and the building was eventually torn down to make way for new development. The Red Door, along with its secrets, was lost to time. But the stories lived on, passed down through generations. Parents warned their children about the dangers of uncovering long-buried secrets. Ghost hunters still visited the site, hoping for a glimpse of Mary's spirit. And sometimes, on quiet nights, locals swore they could hear the faint sound of a woman crying, carried on the wind. Reminder that some secrets refuse to stay hidden forever, no matter how tightly we try to lock them away. The tale of the Red Door became a local legend, a cautionary story about the weight of guilt and the power of truth. It served as a reminder that our actions, no matter how well concealed, can have far-reaching consequences, and that sometimes the most ordinary places can hold the most extraordinary secrets. In the end, the mystery of the Red Door taught us that the past is never truly gone. It lingers in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to step into the light. And when it does, it has the power to change everything we thought we knew about the world around us. So the next time you come across a locked door or a forgotten corner, remember the story of Sarah and the Red Door. You never know what secrets might be waiting to be uncovered, what truths might be hiding just out of sight. Because in life, as in old buildings, the most fascinating stories are often the ones we have to search for, hidden behind red doors and buried in the depths of history.